Nigeria, where bank scamming is gaining momentum in the country amid cashless transactions, thus leaving bank consumers with a rewarding situation, according to statistics from the country's interbank settlement system. Fraud attempts increased to over 300% between 2019 and 2020 in the country. Now, some analysts attributed the malpractices to deficiencies in the technology industry and other related factors. Let's have more details of that in this report.
32-year-old Oluchukwu Gibson is one of the many victims of bank fraud in Nigeria. Her trouble began when her card got stuck in a malfunctioning ATM on a weekend. Before Oluchukwu could return on Monday to leave the card, her account was cleared of nearly 400,000 naira. Neither the bank nor the police could do anything to recover her money.
I was at home receiving an alert. First of all, they transferred 150,000 before I noticed that my ATM was used to withdraw. The bank, they feel less concerned. They don't do anything. They couldn't tell me what happened to my money. Up to today, I couldn't see even my money, my ATM, everything is gone.
Oluchukwu is one of the many Nigerians that have fallen victims to fraudulent transactions in their bank accounts. According to data from the Nigerian Interbank Settlement System, fraud attempts on mobile and web rose to 330% and 173% respectively between 2019 and 2020. Experts highlight technology gaps, disgruntled staff, and a weak judicial system as drivers of this trend.
There is a lot of mass exodus of bank workers, especially in the IT department. And everything going digital by the world, if you don't have the personnel to manage the digital unit of the banks, definitely there is going to be a failure in the system. The equipment our banks in Nigeria are using are obsolete. They need to make replacement.
The loose ends that we're here to fix is getting the perpetrators to pay for it. If you punish people who commit a crime, you are not only telling those people that what they've done is wrong, you are also sending a message that the system will always punish for this crime.
As attacks are becoming more sophisticated, banks are falling short of resolving failed transactions and complaints promptly. That's despite the central bank's directive to banks to resolve customers' complaints within 2 weeks.
Nigerian banks moving towards doing insurance against cyber crimes and cyber attacks. And in the case that a fraudulent transaction happens on a customer's bank account, and you do your investigation and you find out that it wasn't actually the customer, it was actually a fraudulent transaction, then what happens? Are you insured against that? Are you going to make a full refund? What's the process?
Experts suggest that Nigeria needs to leverage the multiple identity platforms in the country to track and prosecute fraud offenders and ramp up ICT financing to close the technology gaps and curtail bank frauds.